My first question is this, that the Department of Energy is known for its development of technology, from hydraulic fracturing to supercomputing to better batteries for electric cars. And Mr. Secretary, I'm just wondering how important you think it is for technologies to try to be used to meet the challenge, for example, of climate change.
Yes, sir. Obviously, living in a world that has an environment that's pleasant, that's safe, is important. We were able to do that in the state of Texas while I was a governor. It's one of the things I'm really proud of. I mentioned that. You mentioned it in your remarks as well. During that 14-year period of time, we drove down nitrogen oxide levels by over 60%, SOx by over 50%, carbon dioxide by almost 20%. While we grew more than any other state in the nation, we added 7 million people to the population rolls of the state of Texas during that period of time. And I tell people, I said, you know what that means? That's a lot of pickup trucks. So,
True.
And so that's non-point source pollution. Your conventional wisdom was, well, you're growing a lot of vehicles on the road. You got all that petrochemical stuff going on down there, ozone, and so you got to be playing heck with your environment. But we didn't, and we didn't because we put thoughtful processes and we used technology, and we allowed technology, and that's where the national labs are going to continue to play a very important role to make sure that our not only is it about job creation, but it's about addressing issues that are important, like the environment that we live in, and making sure that the emissions, CCU down in Houston, where we built now the biggest, largest, I think at this time still, carbon capture utilization plant in the world, where we're sequestering, I think, over 95%, or not sequestering, we're capturing over 95% of the carbon and then shipping it over, using it for secondary recovery. These are the types of science that come out of the national labs that we can implement and see the type of results that I think you and the members of this committee are looking for.
Exactly. Mr. Secretary, also the department is known for its development and research into fusion energy, which might well be the solution to a lot of our energy needs in the future. There's an international effort called ITER, which may or may not be receiving the funding that they would like. And I'm just wondering how important you think that ITER effort is, and how important it is that the Department of Energy continue to fund the development of fusion energy.
Mr. Chairman, I think the fusion has the potential to really change the world. So taking that position, but also looking at, from time to time, one of the things that I ran into over the last 18 months as I became intimately knowledgeable about what the Department of Energy does, from time to time we get involved with some areas where the expenditures are off the charts, and I'm not going to sit here and try to analyze this and say it's all been because of bad management or what have you, but I mean the billions of dollars that we spent on the MOX facility out in South Carolina, in some of our environmental management cleanups. I mean, there have been some, I think questionable, historically questionable expenditures of dollars. ITER's one of those, and it was poorly managed. I mean, I don't think anybody argues that there was some management decisions made at that big consortium. It's over in France. Now, with all of that said, I think the previous administration and this administration both stepped back from that and said, wait a minute, let's take a look at this and make sure that the dollars that we're going to be expending there, we're getting a good return on our investment. And that's exactly what we're doing, Mr. Chairman. We think that this, and they have new management. I've sat down with Mr. Bigot and we've discussed, and I'm getting comfortable that the management of ITER is indeed back on track. They're headed in the right direction. Okay. So, one of the things I learned as an appropriator back as a boy in Texas and as the governor was that I know how the appropriations process works, and I respect it greatly.
Okay.
And it's the members of this committee and the appropriators that are going to decide about, they expect me to be a good manager. And that's what I'm going to tell you is I'm going to be a transparent and a hard-working person to earn your trust from a management standpoint.
Okay.
And if you see fit that I'm going to try to give you the best information I can, but you see fit that projects like it need to be funded, we will give good oversight, and we will make them be as transparent as we can and try to get us the results that this committee wants.
Mr. Secretary, thank you. My time's expired.